It's Tim Albright with AVNation with the road to InfoComm. InfoComm 2026 happens June 17th through the 19th. And with us to talk about SCT is my dear friend Kelly Perkins. How are you, ma'am?
I'm good.
You guys are in Central Hall 5125, C5125, Sound Control Technologies. Kelly, what will we find in the SCT booth?
The SCT booth this year is all about USB-C. I have learned more about USB in the past year than I ever thought possible. And there's a lot of nuances to that because I am not a super technical person, as most people know, if you know me. We've been developing a lot of USB products that I think kind of fill in the gap for existing products out on the market. So we've been trying to tackle the questions of DP alt mode. So how do we provide end-to-end DP alt mode? How do we provide power delivery, Ethernet, power to touch panels at the table, power to microphones at the table, making sure that said products do host switching, and discussing topics of how is the video data supported? Do I need USB 2.0? Do I need USB 3.0? All of these things, that I think there's so many video bars out there and there's so many PTZ cameras and there's all different codecs. There's kind of the compute devices and everything works differently. You kind of think it works the same, but none of them really do. Again, there's all these like little nuances. So what SCT is doing is trying to kind of fill those gaps and provide solutions for each and every one of those possibilities in a conference room.
Well, the reason that we think it all works together and seamlessly is because it's the same freaking connector, right?
Yes.
It is, USB-C specifically, right? It is the same, form factor, and it's supposed to plug in. And you're right, there's all these little nuances between some of them, are no power, some of them are power, some of them do video. So it's kind of cool to hear you guys do that. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and it's interesting too because you have all of these. You have Teams, you have Zoom, you have all of these platforms and all of these devices that are starting to have insane features and capabilities, right? So you have like the AI framing and you have all of this stuff that really needs some super speed power. So, you kind of don't think about it, but, like USB 2.0 kind of struggles to manage all of that. So sometimes you need to move to USB 3 in certain situations with certain devices and certain platforms, but there isn't always an easy way to move from 2 to 3. And a lot of the products that we'll be showing and launching at InfoComm solve those problems. So you don't have to rip out everything that's already in the room. You can just throw in a different device and get USB 3 on a USB 2.0 system. So you don't have to throw out the devices or switch platforms. So that's
big fan of that.
That's kind of our big launch announcement for InfoComm.
All right, that sounds cool. All right, you guys are again Central Hall C5125, C5125. Kelly, not everybody's going to InfoComm, so if they're not going and they want to follow along with everything that Sound Control Technology will be talking about that week, how do they do that?
Follow us on LinkedIn. We're pretty active on LinkedIn, Sound Control Technologies, and you can follow me too, Kelly P. Perkins. I'll probably be resharing all of this stuff as well.
All right, very good. Kelly Perkins. Oh, yes.
I'm also teaching a class.
Excellent.
So I'm giving a promo for that too. Brandy Mersu with AVISPL and I are teaching a class on future-proofing the AV workplace. It'll be fun. We don't have any PowerPoints. It's really just a workshop with the two of us. So we're stoked. So come see that Tuesday at 1:30 before the show.
All right, very cool. You can see her in person, and if you're not, you can check them out on LinkedIn. For us, for AVNation, go by our website, avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv. And follow along as we also head to Las Vegas for InfoComm 2026, June 17th through the 19th. All that and more at avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv.